Hey guys, so today I decided to do a tutorial on this look right here. It's a fall inspired look featuring two lip combinations. So if you guys are not a fan of this dark lip, you can also pair it up with a nude lip as well. It is a like warm, bronzy, smoky eye, and it's also featuring this NYX pigment, which I'm just obsessed with. They just don't get enough hype. These are so pigmented. You guys will see in the clip how pigmented they are. So I think that's pretty much it. So if you guys want to know how to get this look, please stay tuned and keep watching. Bye! So to start off, I'm just going to be taking my NYX pore filling primer, and I'm going to be focusing that on the areas that I get the most pores. This is just going to make my makeup last a lot longer and also going to make my skin feel a lot smoother. And then next, I'm just going to be taking my Revlon Colorstay foundation, and I'm going to be using that with my beauty blender, which is my holy grail to apply foundation. I don't even go back to brushes anymore. This is just what works for me the best. To prime my lids, I'm just going to be taking my NYX eyeshadow base. This is in the regular skin tone shade, and this is just going to make my eyeshadow stand out a lot more. So the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using today is this Wet n Wild Fergie Collection palette, and it's just filled with this warm brownie shade, and I'm going to be taking that shade right there and putting that in my crease as a transition shade. Going back into that palette, I'm going to be taking the orangey shade and placing that right on top of the transition shade, but with a little bit more precision, just to give it more of a gradient effect. Taking that matte brown shade, I'm going to be using a pencil brush, and I'm going to be placing it as if I'm doing a wing liner. Then I'm going to be putting it in towards my crease, and this is just going to give it more of a smoky effect. I'm just taking a fluffy brush with no extra product and just making sure that everything is nice and blended. I'm going to be using this NYX loose eyeshadow pigment, and this is actually in the shade Nude, and I'm going to be taking that with a flat brush, and keep in mind my brush is not wet and it still give it that nice foiled effect. And just to diffuse it a little bit, I'm going to be taking a mixture of those two colors and maybe using a fluffy blending brush just to blend the edges out. Next, I'm just going to be lining my eyes with my favorite eyeliner ever, which is the NYC Liquid Liner. This eyeliner is so intense and black, and it's just so easy for me to use. I find it to be one of the best eyeliners I've ever tried. As for mascara, I'm just going to be taking my Rimmel Volume Accelerator Mascara. I have very tiny lashes and this mascara seems to do the job, so I do recommend this mascara as well too. Moving on to the face, I'm going to be taking my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is in the shade Pure Beige, and I'm going to be doing some highlighting with it. And to blend that all out, I'm going to be taking my damp beauty blender, and this is just going to get rid of any excess product that I probably have put on. Today I'm going to be using this NYX contour kit, and I'm going to be taking that yellowy banana shade right there and just placing that over the areas that I highlighted. I'm going to be going in with this Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, and I'm just going to be setting the rest of my foundation with it. And I'm also going to be going back into that NYX contour kit and taking that warmer shade and just bronzing up my skin. And to contour, I'm going to go back into the cooler shade of the palette, and I'm going to be placing that right on top of the bronzing shade. A lot of people like to do the opposite, but I find that this is a lot easier just because I do get an outline with the bronzing shade. For blush, I'm going to be taking this E.L.F. blush. I'm not quite sure what the name is, but if you guys are interested, I will list it down in the description bar. It's a pretty pink pale color. I'm usually not a fan of blushes, but this one I tend to like a little bit more. For my lower lash line, I'm just going to be taking that brownie shade and placing a small amount because I don't like to put too much on my lower lash line because I do have smaller eyes, and when I do put a lot, it does tend to close my eyes a little bit more. And here I'm just going back in with my mascara and placing that on my lower lash line. So the first lip combination is going to be the nude one, and I went in with this NYX Coffee Lip Pencil, and I'm going to be taking my Wet n Wild lipstick, and it's in the shade Bare It All. It's a pretty nude combination. I pair it up with this coffee liner because it is more on the brownie shade, which gives my lips a little bit more definition. So here's where I decided to change the lip color up, and I'm going to be taking NYX's lip pencil in the shade Deep Purple, and I'm also going to be taking another Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb is a dupe for MAC's Diva lipstick. I have them both and I literally can't tell the difference when I wear them, so if you guys are looking for a much affordable option, I do recommend these. And this is it for the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!